So we describe Lahinch as an evolving masterpiece, built on the shoulder of giants.
That part. Oh God.
It's like a restaurant thing. We could have one outside, but I think let's go this one up here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Let's go. This feels like the place.
This is very
Underclapped.
not good.
I reckon you're over here, sort of. Yeah, we've got the whole world left. I could see you trying to ram that by.
Yeah, and I just
It was
decided.
already given. It was already given.
Yeah, sure. I already decided not to. I was like, no.
When you're like, yeah, we're gonna. Everyone makes a big deal out of it. I was like, oh, please don't ram this.
Well, I just got over it and I was like, they haven't actually given it to me.
No, I did.
Pedro's in the bunker, Luke is long, you're short.
Well, for those that haven't been, the Walker Cup and the Curtis Cup matches are maybe the finest example of pure sport, quite honestly. They're playing for something more than themselves. They're playing for something bigger than their own game. They're playing for their country. They're playing for their home associations, and they're representing the game of golf beautifully. A lot of people will tell me about what a competition the Walker Cup and the Curtis Cup is, and I'd like to think originated this way. In the spirit of friendship and camaraderie, and really they're an exhibition, they're a celebration, they're a reunion, and also they're a competition. But the competition part is just one piece of the pie. The greater pieces of the pie add up to so much more. It truly is a celebration of the game of golf and what makes golf so special, and is a great reflection of what sport should be, in the spirit of good competition and camaraderie and friendship across the pond, so to speak.
Lahinch is a hell of a mixture of great designers.
A lot of our history is to do with amateur golf, not professional golf. Lahinch has the oldest amateur championship in Ireland, the south of Ireland. This is its home. It has always been here, played every year. So it's a somewhat validation of not just Lahinch's position in the world, but Lahinch's position in amateur golf, that we were awarded by the RNA to be the host club, only the third Irish club ever to host it for 2026.
So Lahinch goes back, it was founded in 1892. On Good Friday in 1892, a group of people came together to form the golf club. And early on, we got Old Tom to come across. And Old Tom, one of the most famous architects of his time, and more importantly, has stood the test of time, came across and laid out a course.
I've never played a hole like this. This is mental. It's just so strange that they didn't put the green. Like you said, maybe there was a green below the dunes. Like every other time you'd see that, you'd think, cool, what an amazing par 4 with a green below the dune.
It was originally Old Tom, then Mackenzie. My guess is that would, like this whole thing looks like a hole, doesn't it?
Klondyke was played to the original third green. So he designed the hole to play over the existing Klondyke hill, which was called the Klondyke bunker back then because it was a big open sand dune. And all the old pictures, you can see it was open sand. So it was playing from new tees, beside his new third green, through the valley that's there now, over the hill to what was the original third green. So the club was founded in 1892, and it was a very rudimentary course just laid out over the lower ground, which was the roadside holes on the old course, and the castle, you know, there was actually 8 holes on the old course originally, 10 on the castle, and that was strictly due to the fact that it was flatter land and they didn't have machinery back then to go in and do any work. So it was a very rudimentary course just laid out in the natural hollows, you know, natural dells, and they played very little golf in 1892, a little bit more in 93, and then in May of 94, Old Tom Morris came over to lay out an official course. So he spent a week here in 1894, and he laid out a set of plans then for the course staff to implement over the winters. And that work went on for several winters, and I guess the what was left afterwards, what's still remaining, is the Dell hole and the Klondyke hole. And the Dell is pretty much untouched, as is Klondyke.
So what, the green could be almost over the top of
It
that?
can go. See, there's like a catcher's mitt in the hill.
Yeah.
The left edge of the catcher's mitt, the green goes all the way there.
So then we've got the Dell. So it's effectively a blind par 3, but if you put the pin on the right-hand side, you can actually see it.
It's 152 pin with the dune behind, so can't you just lamp a 6 iron
Honestly,
at the backboard and watch it come back?
You can sort of just hit it where you want, and it'll be unlucky not to feed down. But 150 downwind, you'd be stupid to do that. Try it if you want.
What, 4 iron? Just,
Do you want me to
yeah.
make a shit
What
pass
is-
at it first?
Yeah.
But it's a short shot. If it's calm, for these guys, they're only hitting a wedge, maybe a 9 iron. But you can play the Dell and you can hit a 4 or 5 iron, no problem. And again, it's all about the prevailing wind.
So that
Is that going to get over the hill? Yeah. Oh yeah,
will
that
be
could.
okay.
That could
Cool.
honestly be 20 feet, because that'll trickle down.
I'll be okay. It was
So
very
is this the
cold.
famous one where the caddies are over there?
Kicking it in.
Yeah, the caddies used to put the
Probably
ball
you
in the
can't
hole.
do it when the pin's there, because
No.
you can see them.
Maybe you can't, I'll just point you over there.
A story of days of old. Many years ago, when the legendary Brod Slattery was in charge for all those years, and suddenly there were holes in one nearly every day, and at the Dell, and mainly Americans, they've got caddies. One of the caddies would go up, and if the ball went anywhere near, suddenly leaping up in the air, yahoo, hole in one. And so Brod eventually went to BB, who was the caddy master, and said, BB, this has to stop. We're becoming a laughing stock. It's a hole in one every day. And the BB thought about it, and he said, Mr. Slattery, the wages will have to go up. So a deal was done, the wages went up, and that was the end of holes in one. We still get holes in one, but you get them not very often.
Then the pièce de résistance. We were incredibly fortunate to get Alister MacKenzie. And Alister MacKenzie was a former surgeon. He worked in South Africa during the Boer War. And what he saw was the South Africans used natural camouflage, which forced many British bombs to land in the wrong place, and the South Africans weren't injured. He started to think about that. He started to think about how could he apply that to a golf course. And so there are lots of little things that MacKenzie came up with. And ultimately, he became this remarkable designer. We were lucky that he came across here, took on board Lahinch, and put in place a series of fantastic plans. I think the other thing that happens then is nature, sand, take a MacKenzie course and start to take it in a different direction. And over time, a number of changes have been made. So we commissioned Martin Hawtree to come back here, and Martin really helped us take it back to the MacKenzie course that it was. But more importantly, he showcased where MacKenzie was going in terms of his ideas. Lots of the things that MacKenzie wanted to do, he didn't have the earth-moving equipment and the like that we have today. So as a consequence, MacKenzie, we have now, Lahinch today is the absolute bones of what MacKenzie wanted to achieve, building on top of Old Tom and Mo Gibson. And in that, I think you're going to see Brian, our superintendent, really start to think about what's possible in the next 10 to 20 years.
We have a great blend of MacKenzie and Tom Morris and Gibson and Martin Hawtree here, but I mean, having the old, which would have been old Tom Morris, and you know what he would have designed himself in Prestwick and Cruden Bay and Macrohanish, that old school Victorian era golf, which would have been playing over obstacles, and blindness being part of the challenge, as you know what we have now, where blindness is seemed to be frowned upon. So to still have those two holes in this day and age is, I mean, it's a great feature of Lahinch.
Definitely. It's like an inverse of 12 at Augusta. Whereas if you're a lefty here and you pull it or push it, you could end up like I just did.
I wonder if that's Alister MacKenzie or Bold Tom.
Bold Tom. I'm one up against Bold Tom at the moment.
Well, the Walker Cup, it'll be very similar to the Irish Open in 2019. In the modern game, against the pros, you've got two particular defences. You've got the elements, but mainly wind, rain doesn't bother them. And the other element you've got is the firmness of the greens.
Yeah.
Good shot.
And if you can get rock hard greens, and then obviously you can tighten up fairways and all of that. So here, but if you get a wind behind you, those guys can very easily knock it straight over the top of the Klondyke.
Good
but
shot, Tom.
That's good.
that's if you get the prevailing wind. Generally speaking, for a top class player, he would probably play 2 iron, 7 iron, would be the play. It's a risky play to go with the driver. Obviously, if you pull it off and there's enough wind behind you, you can end up just short of the green and it's a par 5. Now, guys might have a slightly different view in a Walker Cup because it's match play. You take a risk, you win a hole, you lose a hole. So more of them might be tempted to go. But we are, at the request of the RNA, on the right-hand side, which is the bailout side, we've got some extra little marron grass and a few little nasties to kind of make people think about it.
I think it's the match play aspect of it. I definitely think it's the match play aspect and the shot making aspect, that it is about placing your ball in the right position to take on a green or a pin. It's certainly not a drive and gouge course. I mean, you are rewarded for long drives, but in a lot of areas it's about hitting the right distance off the tee. You know, there's certain holes where if you hit it too far, you were in more trouble than you would have been if you laid up. And the beauty of it as well, from a spectator's point of view, is there's so many natural viewing points that it really lends well to amateur golf and following matches.
I mean, this is a natural amphitheatre. We have so many great vantage points. I mean, you can, the front 9, you know, if you're watching 6, for example, you can't really see anything else. And 7, the same, beautiful, nice tee shot, slightly blind from the back tee, beautiful second shot. Then you're into the 8th, dunes both sides there, so great vantage point, but you can't see a lot else. But when you go to, say, 10, big dunes there, and you can see 11 kind of over the top of you, see 12, 13 again. So there are some very good vantage points. Similarly, 15, the dunes in 15, if you sit there, you can see them play 14, 15, 16, and even 17. So we have a couple of particular vantage points.
11, 12 and 13 as known locally as our aiming corner, and a lot of matches have swung there. 11 off the championship tee is a real beast, especially with the wind coming from the southwest. Once that ball gets airborne, it's very hard to have control in it. 12, I mean, you could get a good drive out there and walk off with an eagle. If you go left or right, you're in a lot of trouble. And then 13 is such a spectacular short par 4. I mean, again, it could be an eagle or a bogey really, really quickly. The beauty of having that MacKenzie heritage is you have those heavily contoured greens, and the option of being able to change up how a hole plays just by moving the pin a few yards is a fantastic feature. With the 2 greenside bunkers, left pin, I mean, really, if you don't hit a right shot in there and you're in those bunkers. But when we had the Jack Legis here in 2003, the Europeans, and it was heavily dominated by Spaniards, none of them went for the green. They all laid up, and their short game was so good to watch them playing in with either a low little pitch that would just check up, or using the banks at the back to hit upon and run it down depending on where the pin was. I mean, that was brilliant to watch.
We're all kind of closet lovers of golf, and match play is the very best rendition of great golf. These players will go on to become truly remarkable individuals in their own right, but match play has the combination of that great challenge, but you're part of a team. You're not just playing for yourself, you're playing for your team. And so for the last time for a lot of these individuals who are going to play as part of the Walker Cup, this might be the last time until they get to play Ryder Cup that they're going to play team golf. So you get to see humans at their best and their worst. I think it's only when you spend time here and you understand the absolute ferocity of the Atlantic and what it can do. Obviously, we're praying and hoping for really bright sunshine. On the other hand, maybe we like a brutal day, and we'll see, can these guys play in the type of weather that we play in as well? But maybe that's a bit childish of me. But I think you're going to see the Atlantic, the topography that will go and showcase to you the cliffs of Moher and the beauty of West Clare. Like, we sit in here a couple of miles from here, UNESCO World Heritage Site of the Burren. Truly remarkable, unique place on the planet. So TV will get the opportunity to both show the golf, show the pressure on the golfers, but also showcase where this golf course fits within the topography of the region and the country. And I think that's magical.
My dream summer is a summer we used to get 15, 20 years ago before climate change came in, whereas we actually got a proper spring with a bit of heat, bit of moisture, and then you went into your summer where you got that dry spell. Unfortunately now it's just extremes, and extreme rain into extreme drought, and then probably extreme rain again.
Were MacKenzie to come back and see a good, solid, raucous crowd supporting the greatest young amateurs in the world, I think he would say, you know what, for all the changes that have happened in the last 100+ years, certain things have stayed the course. And I think he would say, you know what, I think I did a good job there. And as a consequence, it entices great people, great golfers to come and play great golf. So I think he'd be very damn happy.